3 days of basketball action, and we have reached game number 12, and it's the 3A boys game between Manila and Bergman. And we're saving the best for last here at Bank OZK Arena in Hot Springs. I'm RJ Hawk, along with the coach, Micah Marsh, for this 3A boys game, and it is going to be a fun one. Before we start talking about these two teams, let's take a look down Victory Road. How did they get to the finals? And it first started, well, all the way back for Bergman with Drew Central. They won that game 66-45. They move on to play Riverview, win that game 67-43, and then Rivercrest was the opponent 74-48 on that side. Now, when we go over to the Manila side, and for Manila, they were really, they had that first game against Rosebud. It was 63-58. Took on Charleston next, won that game 73-56, and then Dumas 56-47. Both these two teams have really done a good job in the state tournament, put up a lot of points in the state tournament. Now, you've got the two best teams in Class 3A squaring off here in Hot Springs for the state title. Micah, you've got a Bergman team coming in 39-5. Manila's 30-5. Walker Patton for Bergman might be one of the top point guards in the entire state of Arkansas. This ought to be a fun matchup between these two.
He can really score. He plays a little bit of off guard too, just to get some more shots out. I think he's got over 2,500 career points. Bergman really likes to score. I think they're averaging over 70 points a game, and Manila really good and long on their defensive end. So it's going to be interesting. You got two great basketball communities who hadn't been to a state title game in decades. So should be a great game.
On the opposite side with Manila, Braden Nunnally. He is a senior 6'5" player. He's a big kid, averaging 20.1 points per game.
Good player. He's good defensively and offensively. It's on top of that zone and creates havoc for the opponents. And, he's going to play at the next level at Bethel University there in Tennessee. So, great basketball player on Manila's side also.
I was looking at both these squads, and not only do they shoot it well, but from the free throw line, they take advantage of their shots at the free throw line.
Very fundamentally sound teams. I got to watch them both play at the state tournament last week, and they play at a good pace. They shoot the ball well. They don't turn it over a lot, and it's good to watch good basketball.
Well, we've got both teams at center court getting ready for this one. It's Bergman and Manila jumping center for the Lions. It's going to be Braden Nunnally. He's going to be matched up against Caden Ponder for Bergman, and the opening tip is going to go in favor of Bergman. Bergman's dressed in their blue uniforms with gold trim and gold numerals, and for Manila, they've got those white uniforms.
Manila comes out strong and active, and they're 1-3-1. They're big and long. It's going to be interesting to see how Bergman can handle their length on this zone.
Defensive pressure early on by the Lions. Really quick Lions team, active hands, as you see right there, get it knocked out of bounds. And if you're Bergman, real quick, a key to the game for them to win this ball game.
Well, if any zone team, you're going to have to hit some outside shots. And I think for Bergman too, if they play their transition game, maybe they can catch some. There's a shot clock violation right there. Their size and length gives a lot of teams troubles, but going back to transition, if Bergman can get them in the transition game and don't let that big zone set up, I think that's a key for them. As
for the Lions of Manila, what are some keys for them as they've got their first possession?
Manila's got to stay out of foul trouble. They don't have a deep bench. They got to be aggressive and use their size against them, and which we see what they have.
There was a shot by Jaron Burrow, and he missed that. I was looking at his three-point percentage. He's 97 of 200 from three-point range for 48%. Here's another three on the opposite side for Bergman that goes high off the back of the rim.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of threes put up tonight.
That one's high off the glass. Scramble for it. Bergman comes up. Both these teams going to work really, really fast. Nice Euro step and a block. Offensive rebound for Bergman, working it inside, rolls around, hits every part of the rim, and that's our first score of the ball game as Bergman opens up the scoring 2-0.
A lot of action just to be 2-0 already for a minute and a half gone in the game.
For the Lions of Manila with the basketball, you've got Luke Kirk, or excuse me, that's actually Burrow, as he's just going to hand it off to Nunnally. Nunnally, their best player, 20.1 points per game. We highlighted him in the pregame. A lot of attention he's going to draw as here's a fadeaway that's off the mark, and Bergman comes up with it. Working quickly, another three-point attempt. It's no good. Rebounds pulled in by Nunnally.
Looks like Bergman starts in the man-to-man. I know they play a little 1-3-1 also, but right now they're looking like they're playing in man.
Here come the Lions as Austin Smith works it right side to Farmer. Farmer takes a baseline. Easy laying off the glass. That looked too easy.
Nice little curl set right there, and Manila didn't switch on that. Sometimes it's hard to defend if you don't.
Here's a three-point attempt that hits the bottom of the net. That time it was Dylan Friend, who's a 40% three-point shooter.
He's hit well over 110 threes this year, so, you know, with that many threes makes, he's going to put up a few tonight.
5-2 is our score at the 5:15 mark. As Costner Smith's going to roll it right side to Farmer, and once again, he is so quick. Same play as what they just ran, got to the bucket.
Same exact play. Why change it until they stop it? That's good philosophy by Coach Wimberly right now.
Walker Patton works the ball left side to Friend. Patton's going to pull up for three from the right side. It's off the mark. Big rebound that time by Jaron Burrow. And here come the Manila Lions. 1 point game as we're nearing the first media stoppage. Nunnally at the free throw line trying to find somebody. They've got 15 on the shot clock. And into the lane, it was Farmer. It bounced all around but couldn't go.
Manila in this zone right here, you know, when you have a zone, especially 1-3-1, you try not to let the offense have any direct passes. You want to make air passes or bounce passes and let your guys catch up on these passes. It looks like Manila's doing a good job.
Here's a three left side. Dylan Friend, he connects once again.
That's one of their keys tonight. You know, when a team plays your zone, you got to knock down some outside shots, knock down some threes.
Looks like they've got an issue at the scorers table. And Coach, I'm looking at the Bergman three-point shooting percentage. Have you ever seen a team that shoots it as well as they do from outside?
No, they have three guys that shoot over 40%.
Yeah.
That's very rare. And, you know, and that's one of the things, you know, coming into an arena like this, you really don't know how teams are going to shoot. Usually not well. But looks like Dylan Friend is definitely not scared to let it fly.
And you know, back in the day when you won state championships, you guys got to actually have a shoot-around coming in. They don't even do the shoot-around here at the arena anymore, and that's a nice turnaround in the lane by Luke Kirk to get the two-point basket.
Manila's being aggressive. You know, they're attacking. They're not selling for outside jumpers. Better find number 11.
He had the hot hand from three. He's made two so far, and the defensive rebound goes to Burrow. You know, the other thing for Manila, they don't have anybody on the court that is shorter than 6'1".
They're definitely bigger. Even stronger in some instances, but their size was hopefully will play a factor in this game tonight. And as you can already tell, they're rebounding well on the defensive end with their size.
They're going to call a blocking foul on Manila, and they called it against Costner Smith. Here's take a look at it right here. Came in, and Smith got called with. That'll take us to a media timeout. With 2:43 left here in the first quarter, Bergman, they lead it 8-6, and you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Centennial Bank is committed to you. Since our founding in 1999, we've become one of the nation's most trusted banks by remembering that you come first, by empowering our communities to reach their highest potential through our dedication to local charity, education, and exceptional service, because we are proud to call Arkansas home. Banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, I'm Rick Steves. You know, I don't go anywhere without my passport. And now, thanks to PBS Passport, you can travel with me and watch all 10 seasons of Rick Steves Europe and all my travel specials. This exclusive streaming service is just for our members. Not only can you see all my shows, but you can see thousands of hours of your favorite public television shows. Become a member today and get your passport.
At Wendy's, we're focused on what matters. That's why we've made our hamburger square. Don't you want to experience that delicious taste of a Wendy's hamburger? Square's the beef. I'm a big fan of the Baconator over at Wendy's.
Oh, if you hadn't had Wendy's in a while, it's always good to make a stop every once in a while, right?
I know as a coach, you guys probably stop at a Wendy's along the way after a game night. Well, we're at the 2:37 mark here in the first quarter as Bergman leads it 8-6. Bergman with the basketball right now as they've had a hot three-point shooting hand, and they're going to set up from the left side in the corner, up for three, no good, and Manila comes down with the rebound.
Looks like Manila changed to man-to-man on that last possession. We'll see if Friends' hot shooting got him out of that zone.
Nice strip right there, taken by Bergman in the front court. Splits a double team, and he takes it to the hole.
There goes Patton. That's what they're good in transition, and Patton finishing on the break.
Walker Patton, highly regarded point guard in the entire state of Arkansas. For Manila, Nunnally gives it off right side. Just a little too short for Rex Farmer, but Patton comes up with it. Here's another three. Stop and pop. It's too short. Bounces right into the hands of Jaron Burrow.
If you watch down here on the defensive end, number 10 Fultz is really putting a body on Nunnally and face guarding him and just hacking him every time. Kind of gets caught for it right there, but he's known as their defensive stopper for Bergman, number 10 Fultz.
Here's Manila with the basketball as they work it to the left side. Going up, nice touch with trying to get the block, but the putback is right there by Coster Smith.
That's what good penetration does. If somebody else has got to help, gives that offside rebound a chance to get an offensive rebound and putback, and that's exactly what happened.
Down to 1:11 left here in the first quarter, taken away by Manila. Working fast is Nunnally in the lane with the right hand. It goes.
That's what that zone does. Those arms and that size will get a deflection, and they're on the run.
Got a tie ball game at 10 apiece as we've got under a minute to play, and we've got a whistle. And checking in with the scorer's table, it looks like they're having some clock issues.
I think they started the shot clock right there.
You know, that's one thing that's changed this year is that everybody's gone to the shot clock this year. How's that affected like you and your team now that you go from not having it to now having it?
It's a little bit different. You know, you can say offensively and defensively, but, you know, you can change your defense a little bit now because you don't have to play defense for a minute.
It was a three-point attempt by Patton that missed, but Manila comes up with it. The pace of this game right now is a high-intensity, fast-paced ball game as we've got a tie score. Now a whistle and a foul away from the basketball.
I think they're going to get Fultz again. He's been just a little bit too physical with Nunnally. That's 2 on him. He's still going to be guarding him.
Inbound pass comes over to Nunnally. He'll pull up 10 feet away and knocks it in.
That's tough to guard right there. 6'5" guard, jumps up and shoots it like that. There's not much you can do. Just get a hand up.
Down to 15 seconds left here in the first. Here's a deep three. Patton misses it, hits the bottom of the net, but an offensive rebound. They kick it left side to Friend, and he hits the bottom of the net. Boy, Friend has been on fire. That is his third three-pointer made, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Friend's got 9 points in the first quarter, and as we head to the second, Bergman leads 13-12, and you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Let me see it bounce, 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 bounce.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Local broadcast of Arkansas PBS programming is made possible in part by Community Bakery. Scratch-made breads, pastries, cakes, treats, and locally roasted coffees. Served daily at 2 locations in Little Rock, 1200 Main and 270 Shackelford.
For more than 50 years, Arkansas PBS has been a trusted resource. Our high-quality programs are seen by viewers in every corner of our state, making on-air sponsorship a solid investment. Aligning your business with Arkansas PBS offers a powerful blend of community engagement, corporate philanthropy, and cause marketing. And our viewers remember and appreciate businesses that support our programs. Contact us today for more information on sponsorship opportunities.
A special thank you to Smokin' in Style Barbecue at 2278 Albert Pike Road here in Hot Springs for providing food for our crew. And you can bet at halftime, that's where I'm headed. Go grab some Smokin' in Style. Okay, we're back to action for second quarter. 13-12, Bergman leads Manila. Manila with the basketball. Nice cut in the lane. Turnaround doesn't go. That time by Nunnally. And now here comes Bergman really fast. Boy, Dylan Friend has a hot hand. He had 9 points there in the first quarter, just hitting threes, and here's another one.
He definitely got a shade to wherever he's at on the floor. There's got to be a lot of communication, especially from that back man against the zone, letting everybody know where Friend is.
7:22 left here in the first half as Manila works it left side in the hands of Luke Kirk, who just checked in the ball game. And now we've got a whistle away from the basketball. Call a 3-second in the lane. That's the first time this entire 3 days that we've seen a 3 seconds in the lane.
It's always a first for everything.
You almost forget that's a rule sometimes because it doesn't get called very often.
Yeah. Looks like Manila changed up a little bit to a 1-1-3 zone here.
Bergman with the basketball. They get over to Walker Patton. Friend thought about the three, pulled it down, but it was stolen away by Manila. Working quickly is Kirk. Kirk with the right hand, but it's blocked out of there. Coming in was Dylan Friend from the backside and blocked it out.
Great hustle. That's why you never give up on a play.
Look at this. I mean, great job by not fouling by Patton, and then Friend came in and with the block on the backside.
Had our first sub for the game, number 14 for Manila. Luke Beach has entered.
Now here's a nice move by Manila's Jaron Burrow.
Yeah, he's their second leading scorer. That's nice. Way to be aggressive, way to finish with some contact.
14-13, Manila leads. Patton pulls a triple team as he came up to that elbow and had 3 guys in his face. They swing it left side. Now back to Friend, and it's for 3, and he knocks it in. They need to work on the triple team for him. That's his 4th three-pointer made.
That's what happens when you get in the paint. Everybody just collapses, and they're making sure they find where number 11 is. He's delivering right now.
Luke Kirk swings it right side to Burrow for 3, no good. Patton skies for the rebound and comes down with it. Working quickly, and now we've got a whistle, and he traveled.
Good, got to put that ball on the floor. Good idea.
Checking the ball game for Manila, it's Costner Smith. He's going to check in for Luke Kirk. So far in this game, shooting percentage, Bergman 6 of 16 for 38%. Manila 7 of 16 for 44%. Here's a stop and pop just beyond the free throw line, and Patton picks up with it for Bergman. Friend gonna pull up. He hits it from the 3-point line. He'll step in and knock it down from the 2-point line.
They're gonna have to do a better job finding out where he is. Try to limit his shots.
He's got 14 points here in the first half. Now here's Luke Kirk passing it out, this time to Nunnally. Nunnally in the lane. Stops, nice fake, gets the ball to drop.
Great job. Way to be under control. Balance, rise up and shoot the jump shot.
Walker Patton's going to pull up for a deep 3, and he buried it. Boy, Coach, that was a deep, that's NBA range, beyond NBA range.
He can shoot it. He did that last week. You know, he's their engine.
21-16, Bergman on top of Manila. Nunnally working right side. He went up and over a player that time to make that shot.
That's pretty good defense right there. That's just a better shot.
.405 left. Dylan Friend works at the Patton in the corner, and we've got a whistle, and that should take us to our media timeout. And we're going to send it back to the studio with Steve Sullivan and Ed Leon as you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Hi, I'm Steve Sullivan.
And I'm Ed Leon. Coming up on the halftime show,
The epic sports photos sweeping social media.
and some of the most memorable sports stories ever on Arkansas PBS.
We'll see you on the halftime show.
New documents are being digitized every day. And every day, the DNA databases get bigger. Sometimes the most moving revelations come from the paper trail. Sometimes some of the most shocking revelations come from DNA.
I think I found out a little bit too much.
That's what makes us special. The magical way that we combine genealogical research with genetic research. And we're the first program in the world to do that. Without your support, there would be no Finding Your Roots. And without your support, there would be no PBS.
Thanks, George. Appreciate it. At Big Red Stores, we're always proud to sponsor, support, and partner up with many events and activities throughout the community. Among them, high school championships throughout the state of Arkansas. At Big Red Stores, our team members are always ready to assist you to make your visit with us a pleasant one. And at Big Red Stores, we recognize that none of our support or ability to serve the community is possible without you. That's why at Big Red Stores, you're always the MVP of the Big Red team. Big Red Stores, now more convenient than ever.
We on that next level. We on that next level.
There are a lot of people that help out with the championships, but these four guys right here, Troy Mitchell, Blake McAfee, Ernie Higgs, and Randy Baker, they've been doing this for 16 years here at the state championships. And I tell you what, we could not be able to give you all the stats and information without the four of those guys right there. I've been doing these games for 14 years, and they've been here a little bit longer than I have. And I got to say thank you to those four guys for making me sound good during these state championship games. Back to action. Bergman leads at 21-18. And Walker Patton and this Bergman team are lighting it up here in the quarter from three-point range and really anywhere on the floor. As that time for Bergman, it was Caden Ponder who missed, and hadn't seen them miss a whole lot this quarter.
No, shooting 75% this quarter alone.
Costner Smith for Manila's got it over the right side, and a nice block as Caden Ponder blocked it out of. He missed on the shot, and he said, you know what, I'm just going to go on the other end and block it out of bounds.
Let me take care of business on this end down here.
There's a lot of really tall guys on the floor right now. There's a lot of size on both these teams. Manila with the inbound as Kirk's got at the free throw line. Kirk's going to pull up from the elbow, and he misses, but Ponder comes up with a rebound.
Bergman doing a good job keeping everybody in front, and then when a shot goes up, they're putting a body on body to make sure they get a block out and a rebound.
Work it to the left corner. It's no good by Friend, but they bounce it back out, and Walker Patton's got it off the offensive rebound.
You know, when a team shoots threes, you always tell your players don't run to the rim because a lot of times they miss a three, it's a long rebound. So you got to make sure and track that ball after that shot comes off the rim.
Patton down to 15 seconds on the shot clock. He'll pull, hits off the front of the rim. And coming down with the rebound is Manila. Kirk right side. We've got an offensive foul. That was away from the ball, and Patton just had a collision with Zion first, with Luke Kirk, and that'll be an offensive foul.
Yeah, he saw that fast break coming and kind of stood his ground even after he made the pass. Kirk just kept on going.
Walker Patton in the front court. Works it left side. That's into the hands of Bauer. Now we've got a whistle, and he got swatted out of bounds. And so Bergman's going to keep control of it with 2:14 to play here in the first half. Bergman's not in any hurry. They're letting as much time come off the clock.
I like Bergman's pace and their patience, and they get it to that paint. Usually when you get it to a paint, you get a good shot or a kick out, one way or the other.
Caden Ponder missed that as Luke Kirk brings it in the front court. We're under 2 to play here in the first half. Costner Smith gives it off over to Nunnally. High bounce off the backboard. Coming down with it, though, was Dylan Friend.
Bergman's doing a great job of defensive rebounding.
Now we've got a whistle and a foul, and that time Zion Fultz had it. They're going to call Braden Nunnally with the foul. He slapped his forearm as he turned around, and now Bergman will inbound it from the right side of the bucket. Well, maybe not. He may have got ball on that one. After seeing that rebound, I thought he slapped his forearm.
Bergman player did a good job of acting on that one, didn't he?
You know, basketball's a lot of acting, right?
Absolutely.
That's what you hear anyways. Here's Patton in the lane. And
oh, that's definitely a charge.
Yeah.
That's their toughness of the team. Number 24, Costner Smith. I talked to Coach Wimberly yesterday, and not too many people know this, but he's been playing with a broken hand for several weeks, and he don't want to go to the doctor because he knows if that doctor is going to tell him he doesn't know, if he's got a cast or whatever, he said he's going to play through it. So
you realize that is his 62nd charge he's taken this year?
He knows his role. He's the toughness of the team, and Wimberly said they couldn't do without him.
So with the basketball is Luke Kirk. Jaron Burrow on the right wing, going to pull for three, no good. Rebounds pulled in by Dylan Friend.
Nice job of blocking out once again by Bergman.
Under a minute to play here in the first half as Bergman leads at 21-18. Patton in the right corner, trying to find somebody to get it to. Down to 33 seconds left here in the first half. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Found Patton in the corner, 3 on the shot clock, and they just throw it away. Be a shot clock violation with 19.3 seconds left in the first half.
Nice job by Manila there, staying true to their 1-3-1.
Checking in the ball game for Bergman, they're going to bring in Sawyer Schubert.
Is this their first sub of the game?
I think so. I don't remember anybody else from Bergman checking in.
Looks like they went to a zone, a 1-3-1 zone themselves.
With the ball is Nunnally, down to 9 seconds. Nunnally going to pull up, bounce it off the glass. It's good. Draws within 1 with 3 seconds remaining. Patton for 3. And it's no good, and that'll take us to halftime. It was an exciting first half between Bergman and Manila, 21-20. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Local broadcast of Arkansas PBS programming is made possible in part by Community Bakery. Scratch-made breads, pastries, cakes, treats, and locally roasted coffees. Served daily at 2 locations in Little Rock, 1200 Main and 270 Shackelford.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
It is halftime again at Bank OZK Arena, but stay right there. We've got a lot to share. Inspired by many of the iconic images taken by sports photographers over the years, a trend known as sportraits is sweeping social media. Here's a peek into the epic world of sport portraits that make players look like superstar athletes.
That's good. You want to see it?
Oh, that's dope. Yes, sir. I need them ASAP.
The term that most people who do this type of sports work, they call it sportraits. So I typically ask my teams, like, what kind of look do you want? 90% of the time they want a dark background and they want the fog machine. At first, it really didn't catch on. I really had this kind of style of photos since 2014, and back then I wasn't using a fog machine or atmosphere aerosol in a can. I was using baby powder. Baby powder looks really cool, but it's also very messy. Don't recommend using it. So this is Mayflower High School senior, and we set his bat on fire. The kid's name is actually Blaze. And I have a special mixture that I use. It lights and it goes up in 1 second and it's gone. So you gotta be quick taking a picture. The kids really like the fire photos. I can't do it for all my teams. It just takes too long to kind of set up. Or if your name's Blaze. I mean, if your name's Blaze, we have to. So I had an idea, what if I show my behind the scenes on a regular phone and what it actually looks like with a professional camera with lighting, so you can just show the difference. I get people commenting on videos, this could easily be done in Photoshop in 5 minutes. And I can do it right now in 1 minute and I don't have to do it later. The more you can do in camera, the less post work you have to do. It's gonna make your life so much better. This has the most views online of any of my reaction videos. And that video was shared by ESPN, SportsCenter, and I have a couple of reaction videos that I've posted on TikTok and Instagram that have over 30 million views. It makes my job kind of rewarding to actually see people react that way to the photos that I take. I want these kids and their parents to actually have something that they want to hang on their wall and they want to remember.
The quality, the lighting, I gotta have it. That's the new profile pic,
Creativity and technology are the main ingredients to make sportraits come to life. For many young athletes, these photogs give them a chance to shine like stars and become larger than life. All right, let's honor some of the students who made the grades to become an Arkansas PBS Student All-Star. Here's the boys' 1A, 3A, and 5A classifications.
We start off with Jonah Walker with the Mark Tree Indians. Jonah hopes to one day be an anesthesiologist and enjoys playing games with his little brother. Next up is Kellen Robinson representing the Episcopal Collegiate Wildcats. Kellen plays basketball in his free time and hopes to continue his passion in college. Finally, we have Jones White from the Valonia Eagles. Jones has a 4.5 GPA and will go to college to pursue physical therapy and play basketball. To see all the Arkansas PBS Student All-Stars, visit the Arkansas PBS YouTube channel or scan the QR code.
Congratulations and keep up the good work. Now let's get over to Ed Leon. He's going to let you know how these sports broadcasts fit nicely into the Arkansas PBS mission. Ed?
Thanks, Sully. We've seen a lot of basketball today, and I get asked all the time, why is Arkansas PBS broadcasting sports? Well, the answer is simple. It's not just sports. These broadcasts are a lens through which we can see students and athletes achieve in different ways. And they've led us to unexpected, inspirational, and award-winning stories.
It's the final game of championship weekend here in Hot Springs. It's a sold-out crowd.
Here we go. Tip-off is set. Beck with the right hand. Tie ball game.
When you gonna wake up? Y'all gonna wake up when the season over?
That's swung on, lifted high to right field. He's going back to the warning track. It's out of here.
I can kind of look at people and tell that they doubt me. You can kind of see their entire expression kind of change right when you make it.
The sun is setting in Saline County, and we've got 4A baseball. A title's on the line. Rester gives it off. Right side. The 10, 5, walk the dog, touchdown.
Anyone could feel the pride that people from Stevens had, white and black, having won a state title.
That is a foul. You got to call it. You can't let him get into the body.
Basketball is one of the most difficult games to call, but it's also one of the most fun games to be a part of.
Very intense. It's a fast-paced game.
To me, Hazel Walker was a legend. There was no league for women's professional basketball.
Sports stories are awesome stories, and we're asking you to help us continue to tell these Arkansas sports stories by making a donation to Arkansas PBS. Just scan the QR code on your screen. If you're enjoying these high school championship games, if you appreciate our commitment to telling stories about the heart and soul of Arkansas sports, then please contribute. That QR code will tell you how, and you'll see it pop up throughout these championship games. All right, Sully, that's going to do it for us at halftime.
Ed, looking forward to some big second half action.
That's right. Let's get you back to Bank OZK Arena for the second half here on your home of the high school basketball state finals, Arkansas PBS.
Thanks for watching.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Can you see her greatness? When you attend her games, when you cheer her on, or when you participate in any way, you support your community and make it better, and you will see her greatness. Join us as we pledge to increase the visibility of women's sports in our communities. It makes a difference when we all are involved. At Everett Buick GMC, we proudly support our local female athletes and encourage you to do the same. See her greatness.
Is now in session.
Back here at Bank OZK Arena, here's your first half stats as it's a 21-20 game. 41% shooting for the Lions. Bergman's shooting 36%, but that three-point number right there, 5 of 16 for Bergman, 0 for 5 for Manila. Outside of that, everything's pretty much been the same, but you see that points in the paint right there from Manila. 14 points in the paint it's as close as it could be right now. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. And really, it was a back and forth affair. You see the scoring got started right there by Manila, and then it was just once again 3 after 3. Look at Friend just setting up in that corner. He hit 9 points there in the first quarter, and just went back and forth, and nobody's really ever gotten any separation. Nice turn around the lane right there. Friend once again stepping up from the right side, and there's Walker Patton setting up for 3. It was just a shooting fest, one after another. A lot of high-flying action. It's been a lot of fun as it's 21-20. In fact, fans all for the 3 days have just had an outstanding show of basketball. 41,372 people have come through the doors here at Bank OZK Arena for this game. That really, we've been averaging about 2,800, and that's what we've got tonight for this game between Bergman and Manila as both teams have made their way back onto the court. It's 21-20. Coach Micah Marsh is joining me right now. And Coach, we saw the keys to start the game, keys for both these teams to finish the game out and get a win.
They've kind of played to what they're doing, right? I mean, Manila's, with their length and size, they've caused 7 turnovers, but on the other end, Bergman needed to hit some threes, and they did. They've hit 5 threes to kind of keep them in. Manila's a little more aggressive offensively, scoring in the paint with their size, which they're taking advantage of. And, Bergman on the defensive end are doing a pretty good job. They're being fundamentally sound. They're keeping everybody in front and rebounding well, especially for their size on that defensive end. So, it's been a very clean game. Only 7 fouls and good fundamental game, and it's went by pretty fast. It's going to be interesting to see if it'll pick up a little bit here in the second half, or it's going to still stay a little low scoring.
Manila leading the way. It was Nunnally who had 10 points there in the first half for Bergman. Friend had 14 points, and that's how things ended in the first half, and Bergman's going to get things to start the second half. Glad to have you along wherever you may be across the state of Arkansas. We've had some great basketball games over this three days, and this one's no different.
Looks like Manila may have jumped out in a man right here just to mix it up a little bit to see what they're going to do. Or maybe some type. amoeba zone. But
three-point attempt, and that was set up perfectly on that left side to grow the Bergman lead to 4 points.
Yeah, Bryson Bauer, he's a shooter too. All three of their guards can really shoot it.
Offensive foul. It's going to be called on Manila's Luke Kirk. And for Kirk, that's his second personal foul. A third personal, excuse me.
That's Walker Patton doing what he does best.
Now we've got whistles and
shot clock issue. They had to reset it.
It's the third time and you know, not only are high school teams having to get used to the shot clock, the scorekeepers are having to get used to it.
Yeah, it's not easy. I think Manila's back in their 1-3-1 here.
Trap coming on in the back court. Now cross court pass. That's over to Bauer.
Definitely need to know where number 11 and 55 are at all times in this zone.
Now here's Dylan Friend hitting deep. They passed it so well to find Friend, and it just set him up wide open. It's now a 7-point lead, largest lead of the ball game for Bergman.
That's what those direct passes do. You know, you don't have enough time to recover. You want them to throw air passes or bounce passes on a zone, and when you have those direct passes, it's really hard to recover.
Hey, text sports to 501-491-0444 or scan that QR code that you see on the screen. If you like what you see with Arkansas PBS, make sure you scan that, text in, give a little bit of money, and say, hey, let's continue to have the championships here at Arkansas PBS. 6:50 to play here in the third. Bergman leads at 27-20 over Manila here in the 3A state championship game.
You know, Bergman started out hot there in the first quarter too, and they cooled off a little bit. You know, hopefully, if you're a Manila fan, you hope that kind of plays out again this second half also. But it's hard to count against when a Bergman guard gets a three. You almost feel like it's going in every time they shoot it.
So Manila with the basketball. Luke Kirk goes left side in the hands of Coster Smith. Back over to Farmer. Farmer had a good first half, and here's a three-point attempt that time by Kirk. No good. Pulled in by Bergman as Zion Fultz brought it down. Bauer with the basketball. Works it right side over to Patton.
Bergman's never in a hurry. They seem to always make that extra pass, find the open player, somehow get it to the middle. See if something good happens.
Here's Bauer going up. It's partially deflected, taken by Manila.
There's where that size come in.
Works it left side to Kirk. He'll pull up for three, and it's not Kirk. That was actually Jaron Burrow.
Jaron Burrow's a shooter. He can really shoot it for Manila. Hopefully, if you're a Manila fan, he'll get hot and try to get him back in the game pretty quick.
Walker Patton goes left side to Friend. He'll stop and pop from 7 feet away. Airballs that thing, and Manila comes up with it. 4-point game.
I feel like Manila's going to go to number 15 here. He's kind of who they look for when they need a bucket.
Kind of the pace in this third quarter is slowed down. It was very frantic there in the first half, and here's a three-point attempt that's a little too hard, but it seems like both these teams have slowed it down just a touch.
Just a little bit. They ran a nice little set there for Burrow since he hit his last shot.
Here's a three-point attempt left side. That was by Zion Fultz.
Zion Fultz is their defensive stopper. You know, he's the kid that was bugging Nunley all first half.
Coster Smith, top of the key. Working it down low to Nunley. Can't get anything. Ball got deflected away. Taken by Bergman. Fultz comes up with it. Bauer, right side. Works the lane. We've got a whistle and a foul. Going to call that foul on Brayton Nunley.
Good things happen when you get that ball in the paint.
For Nunley, that's his second personal foul.
It's really impressive how Bergman handles this zone. Their guards, they're all about 3 or 4 inches shorter, but they just handle it, take their time, and make the right pass and play.
Friend with the ball, down to 15 on the shot clock. Friend pulls up for three. No good. Rebounds pulled in by Rex Farmer.
Manila needs to come down here and make one of these offensive possessions count. They've got a couple stops, 2 or 3 stops in a row on Bergman. They just need to score. I think that's a foul on 10.
Yeah, they got Zion Fultz with the foul, and for Fultz, that's going to be his 3rd personal foul. Nunnally's going to pull up from the free throw line. Left it short, and coming down with it was Fultz. Walker Patton, under 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd.
It's almost like Bergman pulls them out to get that zone out wide, and then once they come out, they try to penetrate and pass those gaps.
Here's Patton. He'll leave that one short. Defensive rebound goes to Rex Farmer. Luke Kirk going to bring it out. 3:26 and counting left here in the 3rd quarter.
Millie really needs to score. I think they've only got 3 points so far this quarter in about 5 minutes of play.
And misses that shot. Ball still on the floor. Coming up with it is Walker Patton. 1-on-1, goes up with the right hand. It's good.
It's a little burst of speed right there. Coming up with that loose ball and finishing on the other end.
Here's a 3 from the left corner. Offensive rebound by Nunnally. He'll go up with the right hand. He's fouled, and he's going to head to the free throw line to shoot 1.
Manila really needed that basket right there. They've been struggling to score.
And we've got immediate timeout on the floor. 2:54 to play, 3rd quarter. Bergman 29, Manila 25. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
There's a lot more going on in your mouth than you may realize. Our mouths are home to 700 species of microbes, which include germs like bacteria and fungus. These microbes live on the surface of your teeth, on your tongue, and around your gums. Some of these microbes are actually good for you, helping manage the growth of bad microbes and protecting teeth from the harmful bacteria in food. The harmful microbes are responsible for tooth decay. These problem-causing bacteria feed on sugar in the food and drinks we consume, leaving behind a sticky film on teeth called plaque and enamel-destroying acids. The more sugar you have in your diet, the more microbes can multiply, creating more plaque and possibly damaging teeth. So, what can we do about all the bacteria in our mouths? The good news is, keeping the bad bacteria under control is as easy as following your regular home oral care routine. Just keep brushing twice a day, flossing once a day, and seeing your dentist regularly for cleanings and exams. Talk with your dentist if you have questions about your oral care routine. At Delta Dental of Arkansas, we're proud to be the champions of your smile. For more helpful oral health tips and information, visit www.deltadentalar.com.
Well, if you want a copy of this game, you want a DVD, digital copy, M&Mproductions.net that's the place to go and get it. You can relive all this basketball championship action by getting your own copy. The three-point play is no good by Brandon Nunnally, as now Bergman's working it back into the front court.
Manila tried a little more pressure, about a three-quarter.
Here's a block.
Nice defense by Nunnally.
Bryson Bauer tried to put that one up, and it was blocked away. 4-point game, 29-25.
There's where that size comes into, and they're going to Nunnally on the block right here to see if he can score. Nice play.
Nice back cut, that time by Rex Farmer to bank it off the glass.
I think Coach Wimberly's starting to let his offense go through Nunnally, whether he scores or makes a play, one way or the other.
Cross-court pass that time over to Bauer.
A little momentum here for Manila, see if they can get another stop. They've had several in a row besides that fast break.
Three-point attempt is no good. We got an offensive foul. Going the other way. You know, during the break, fans didn't see it, but Caden Ponder for Bergman ran to the locker room. He just came back, but he's holding, looks like he's got some blood on his elbows that they're trying to get to stop.
They may have had to have a jersey change if he got blood on it, or looks like he's getting worked up over there.
Checking in the ball game for Bergman, they've got Braden Olson, who just checked in. It's his first time in the ball game. So Manila with the basketball as Burrow's going to get it. He'll hand it to Nunnally.
I think I'd try to find Nunnally right here if you could.
Right side they go to Burrow. Burrow's in the lane. Spin move, right hand, banks it off the glass. It's good.
Burrow's a good option too. He's their second leading scorer. Definitely offensive-minded player.
Manila's gotten back into this thing. It's a tie ball game. We've got a timeout charge to Bergman. Manila was down by 7 points, and they've battled their way back in this thing.
They have. Manila's used their size and got a couple stops here and had 3 really good offensive possessions. 2 of them through Nunnally, and then Burrow finished right there with a nice move.
A minute 22 left here in the third quarter. 29-29. It looks like Caden Ponder's going to be able to check back in the ball game. They've got his arm wrapped back up. So he'll be coming back in the ball game for Bergman. And having his size on the court, that's much needed.
It does. It definitely helps, especially as a starter, too. We're interested to see if Bergman draws up anything out of this timeout or if Manila switched their defense. Looks like Manila's back in a 1-3-1.
Friend with the basketball. Goes left side. Out to Patton. Patton puts up a shot. He's fouled. He'll head to the free throw line and shoot 2. Kind of got bailed out right there.
Yeah, it's a good way to stop a run is to get to the free throw line, and that's what Patton did. 24 just a little bit out of position.
Free throw's good, and there's not been a lot of free throw shot. That's only the second free throw shot in the game.
Not a lot of fouls this game. If the guy shooting free throws for Bergman, you definitely want it to be Patton.
He makes both of them to give Bergman the lead once again. Here's a three-point attempt by Burrow. He sinks it.
Burrow's feeling it. I think he might have 7 points this quarter, I think. I think he's had a couple twos and a 3 here.
Manila with the lead by 1. Here's Friend trying to answer, and he does.
Wow. What an answer it was.
Back up by 2 is Bergman.
Here's Burrow again. Let's see if he can go finish again.
With the right hand.
Manila's size is really affecting Bergman a little bit in that paint when they finish.
Tie ball game with 20 seconds to play here in the third.
Looks like Bergman's going to hold for a last shot of the quarter here.
Shot clock is turned off. Walker Patton with the basketball. Patton going to shoot a 3. It's short. Ball's going to go out of bounds with 3 seconds remaining. Inbounding.
3 dribbles and a shot.
Manila, half-court shot. It goes! How about that?
What a shot. That's kind of the rule as a coach. However many seconds are, that's how many dribbles you get before you got to let it go. And boy, it sure played off. It sure paid off right there, didn't it?
37-34. Look at this replay.
Let me tell you something. 3 points is huge in a game like this. Low possession game.
Hold on to your hats because we're going to have an exciting fourth quarter. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Centennial Bank is committed to you. Since our founding in 1999, we've become one of the nation's most trusted banks by remembering that you come first, by empowering our communities to reach their highest potential through our dedication to local charities, education, and exceptional service. Because we are proud to call Arkansas home. Banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Thanks, George. Appreciate it. At Big Red Stores, we're always proud to sponsor, support, and partner up with many events and activities throughout the community. Among them, high school championships throughout the state of Arkansas. At Big Red Stores, our team members are always ready to assist you to make your visit with us a pleasant one. And at Big Red Stores, we recognize that none of our support or ability to serve the community is possible without you. That's why at Big Red Stores, you're always the MVP of the Big Red team. Big Red Stores, now more convenient than ever.
Well, how did we get here? I mean, this could be like a 2-minute package because there's a lot of baskets scored, a lot of three-pointers scored. I mean, you got, look, another three and another three. It's just one. I mean, 8 of the 24 three-pointers for Bergman, or really 8 of 24 from three. That's all I got to say. Usually that's the field goal percentage. Right. And it's just been on fire from beyond the arc. And then right here to end the third quarter, knocking down the half-court shot. And so we head to the fourth quarter. Manila 37, Bergman 34.
What a game.
If you're not at Bank OZK Arena right now, thanks for watching, but you're missing a good one. Here's Manila with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. Going off the glass, it's Jaron Burrow.
He's still feeling it. You know, his size, you know, he can jump up and shoot over people when he gets in that paint. And this is when their size comes into play for Manila.
With the basketball right side. They give it back to Walker Patton. He almost lost it. Patton in the lane, trying to go amongst the trees. Misses the shot.
There's 24, comes up with the loose ball.
Ball's on the floor, and it's a backcourt violation.
It's a tough break for Bergman. I'm not sure if you have to have possession of that for it to be backcourt, but the referee calls possession because he dribbled it.
5-point game. Manila leads it. They were down by 7 in the third quarter.
Tell you what, Burrow has gotten hot at the end of that third quarter, and hopefully has been so far start of the fourth. Looks like they're feeding him here.
Burrow goes up, bounces off the glass. I mean, he is feeling it.
He is. He's really come alive here in the second half.
He's got 16 points in this one. Here's a cut, goes with the left hand and rolls in. That was Zion Bolton. Boy, they needed that.
They needed it bad. Nice pass, nice cut.
6:33 left here in the ball game.
We can probably guess where the offense is going, right?
Burrow on the left side, banks it off the glass. I mean, he just found the sweet spot.
Yeah, they're going to have to definitely make an adjustment for Burrow. He's feeling it. He's a 6'3" guard shooting over, 6-foot guards, and that's a big difference.
Coach, what do you got to do to slow him down?
You either got to help off a non-shooter, or maybe switch to a bigger guard. Maybe number 10, their defensive stopper, can jump on him. And then the only option there is if 10, starts guarding Burrow, then who's going to guard Nunley? Because their guards are so big with their size. So it'll be interesting to see what they come out with here.
So for Burrow, he's scored 16 points here in the second half.
Yeah, he's definitely been the difference in the game so far for Manila.
Burrow's got 18. He's 8 of 13 from the field, and 16 of those 18 have come here in the second half as Manila holds a 43-36 lead over Bergman.
It's been a heck of a game so far. Bergman came out strong there to start the second half. They've hit 2 or 3 threes there in the third quarter, and then Burrow's taken over since then.
It really has. And Nunley's got 12 points. He was playing as the man you got to beat early in this game, but now you got to shift your focus over to Burrow.
You do. I like the way both teams plays. Neither one of these teams force it. They find the open guy. They find the guy who's hot. They share the ball.
So Bergman with the basketball as Bowers got it on the right side. Going baseline is Patton. Nice cut in the lane with the left hand. He's fouled, and he's going to head to the free throw line. That's Zion Fultz.
What a play. What an answer. You know, when you need something to happen, Walker Patton gets in there, gets trapped, you think they're in trouble, and he cuts and makes a nice assist to Fultz and see if he can finish this three-point play.
And he does. You know, for a defensive guy, and that's what the coaching staff called him. He said he's our defensive stopper. He's had a couple big buckets the last 2 trips.
Looks like they're coming out with a different defense here. Maybe a 1-3-1. See what Manila's going to do to offset it.
Left side, they go to Nunnally, top of the key. You see the focus there on Burrow.
10 on the shot clock. Let's see what's going to happen these last 10 seconds.
Nunnally at the free throw line, doesn't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Smith, and we've got a foul.
That's what Smith does. He's just that little tough, stocky bulldog in there, just getting things done, whether it's a charge or an offensive rebound. He just makes things happen.
They're going to call Caden Ponder with the foul. At the free throw line, it's Costner Smith. The free throw's good. You see on that left hand, he's got that brace. He's shooting free throws with the brace on his hand.
Yeah, Coach Wimberly sung high praises about Smith and his toughness.
Second one's good.
Manila extends their 1-3-1, about three-quarter court here.
6-point game.
Bergman seemed to handle it pretty well.
Friends got it on the right side.
This is what Manila's zone also does. It takes time off the clock. You know, you really have to work for a good shot.
Friend up and under, no good. Offensive rebound, falls on the floor. Coming up with it is Manila. We've got a whistle and a foul.
They come after that tough rebound again. Costner Smith.
They got the foul on Caden Ponder. That's his 3rd foul. And now a timeout's going to be charged.
No, I think they gave a bench warning to Bergman.
Oh, is that what it was? Pressure's going to come at the half-court mark, but Bergman breaks it as Burrow goes right side. Lost the handle on it. Turnover.
Here comes Walton.
Patton
Walker
with the
Patton.
left hand, and he goes.
That's their game, transition game. He's really good in transition.
4-point game. Down to 4.5 left in this one.
What a game.
It has definitely been that as Manila's got the basketball. They go down to the corner, trying to work it closer. And a whistle and a foul. Are they going to get Ponder again?
Looks like it. Manila did a really good job reversing that ball, getting to the corner and looking for Braden Nunley flashing there in the paint.
So that's Ponder's 4th foul. And that's going to put Braden Nunnally at the free throw line. Nunnally today at the line is 0 for 1.
Looks like we're going to get a sub in for Ponder.
Free throw's no good. Coming in for, actually he's going to come in for Luke Kirk. That is a new man
He's
in the
coming
lineup.
in for Fultz, for Bergman.
You're
Number
right.
40, Schubert.
That's right. He misses the second one.
Wow. That's tough.
So coming in is Bauer. Bauer in the front court, goes to Walker Patton on the right side.
Sure, they're going to try to find 55 right here, see if he can make something happen.
Friend with the basketball, down to 3:50 to play. Going down low to Ponder and just overthrew him. Well,
that may be the first bad decision I've seen.
I think you're right. You having fun yet?
Oh, man, what a game.
We've got 3:46 left, 45-41. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home to your first child and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Can you see her greatness? When you attend her games, when you cheer her on, or when you participate in any way, you support your community and make it better, and you will see her greatness. Join us as we pledge to increase the visibility of women's sports in our communities. It makes a difference when we all are involved. At Everett Butte GMC, we proudly support our local female athletes and encourage you to do the same. See her greatness.
We on that next level. We on that next level.
Well, we've got 3:46 to play in this one, and Manila leads at 45-41. Manila's got the basketball.
Bergman putting some pressure on them, see if they can get a quick turnover or a quick shot.
Luke Kirk's got it. And I would imagine if you're Bergman, you're going to do everything to keep him beyond that arc. And here's a nice block that time by Schubert, but there was a whistle and a foul called.
Like
and it was against Manila.
It is.
They're going to call the foul on Costner Smith, and that's his third.
Bergman can really use the basket right here. At least get to the free throw line or something.
They do a good job of getting the ball out quick. Walker Patton over to Friend for three. It's good. It's a one-point game.
And that was pretty good defense by Manila. You know, I mean, he hit a tough shot, a deep three. But he's been doing it all night.
2:48 and counting. Manila with the basketball, right side. They kick it out. Here's a three-point attempt. It's too hard. Swatted back out, though, and Manila retains possession.
That's Costner Smith again, keeping it alive. That offensive rebound for Manila.
Long pass, long three, offensive rebound. The putback and the foul. It doesn't go, but he's going to head to the free throw line. That's Brayton Nunnally.
You know, when you play a zone, it's your blockout obligations are different. In a man, you're always got something assigned to you. In a zone, you just kind of have to find the nearest guy, and that's sometimes hard to do in a zone, and I think that's why Manila's been getting a couple offensive rebounds here the last few possessions.
First free throw is good. That is the first free throw he has made this ball game.
I'm pretty confident he's a pretty good free throw shooter. I just think he's probably missed a few guys.
Yeah. And it looks like timeout's going to be called and charged to Manila with 2:17 remaining. And Coach, you said this at halftime, that three-point shot that was made at halftime, it could prove to be a really big shot as this game nears its end.
Absolutely. This game has been a battle. The possessions have been long, so that means less possessions. So every possession is so critical, you know, especially in the playoffs. You know, everything shortens. You know, your defense shortens, your possessions are always shortened, and you just got to really make each possession so precious this time of year. So that big three at the end of the buzzers may definitely play a huge part in this game.
Well, I just think, honestly, though, the shooting's been outstanding, but the defense has been really good. Both these teams right now shooting 41 and 45%, but they're doing it against really good defense.
They have. Bergman's been really solid, you know, with their man-to-man defense. They kind of kept them in front. I know Burrow got loose there for a little while, and then Manila's 1-3-1, and their size has been giving Bergman some fits. But I tell you what, each team has made some really, really big shot after shot after shot, and it's going to be interesting to see how this last 2 minutes holds up for both teams.
Well, it's a 3-point game. Bergman's going to have the basketball. They get it in the hands of Friend. Found Patton down low.
Those air passes really help Manila recover here. Their defense just eats that shot clock too.
Patton in the lane with the left hand. What a finish.
Man, he's tough. He's slippery. He's creative. There's a reason he scored over 2,500 points in his career.
1-point game. Manila's having a hard time getting out of the backcourt, and we've got a whistle.
It's a good timeout. As you see, there's 25 seconds on the shot clock. Could have easily been a 10-second call, but I think Coach Wimberly got it before.
And, you know, Coach, one thing to think about, you know, in previous years, you'd always have the official counting that 10 seconds, and you'd wonder, was it really 10? Now you've got something to tell you whether it's been a 10-second call.
That's true, as long as your shot clock operator is correct. You know,
you're exactly right.
The key is with that is a lot of shot clock operators will just reset it when the bucket goes through, but you have to reset it when the team actually throws it in and gets possession. So there's a difference, and we've been called on that before, and of course I questioned it. So, you know, it kind of takes the referees out of the situation, but then you put the burden on a shot clock operator.
Well, if you notice, the shot clock's been reset to 26 seconds because the official walked over and said, hey, I had a 9 count on him.
Yeah. We're trying to make everybody look good on that one.
Yeah, it makes everybody look good on that one.
Well, they don't even count anymore with the shot clock.
Yeah, well, true.
Unless it resets.
Yeah, unless it resets. And now we've got a whistle. And
now, a situation like this, they will count the 10 because they don't go by the shot clock.
Yeah. So the inbound's going to come in the backcourt, but they'll get it into the front court pretty quickly to Costner Smith.
I really like Nunnally getting it in there in the paint.
Puts up the shot, no good. Coming down with Schubert.
Still a good offensive strategy, just come up a little short on that one.
Bauer with the basketball. Walker, Patton, and Bauer just playing back and forth. Got 20 seconds on the shot clock. Friend, left side, pulls up, sinks it. Bergman's got the lead.
Shot after shot.
Bergman was down by 7 points, and now they've taken the lead by 1.
I'm not sure what's going on here. Was there a clock issue again?
Boy, it kind of breaks the momentum there for a minute when you got to stop it.
You know, Friend and Patton have taken every shot for Bergman except 4 this game.
Yeah.
Every field goal.
That's right. You're exactly right.
There's been 4 other shot attempts beside those 2.
So they've taken the clock down to 57.2 seconds. The shot clock's at 30 seconds. So here we go. Manila with the basketball. Nunnally right side. Here's a 3 by Burrow. In and out, no good. Falls on the floor. Offensive rebound for Manila.
Oh, once again, Smith coming up with that toughness play. Don't need to be in a hurry here. Let's get a good shot.
Shots in the air, rebounds taken in by Bergman. We've got a whistle and a foul. This place is getting loud.
I think that's only Manila's sixth foul. The next one they'll be in the 1-and-1.
And it looks like Bergman's going to call a timeout now to talk this one over.
What a great atmosphere. You got 2 big basketball communities right here battling it out.
And probably 2 of the communities that are furthest from Hot Springs. They come to the Spa City to get this one done. And boy, I tell you what, it has been a battle here in Hot Springs in the 3A Boys Championship game. By far, I've seen almost every game. This has by far been the best game of the entire weekend.
It has, and I think the reason is players from both teams have stepped up and made huge shots. Burrow there in the third and fourth quarter. Of course, Friend's been hitting them all night. Patton's been finishing, and of course, Nunley's made some big shots himself also.
You know what's crazy is that, the Democrat Gazette does a Super 6 poll and a preseason poll. Coming into this season, Bergman was ranked number 3, while Manila was ranked number 4 in that preseason poll. And just goes to show you, polls don't always mean anything to start the year.
Well, listen to this. They both finished 3rd in their region tournament.
There's that.
3A boys basketball is pretty even. There's a lot of parity in it, and it's a matter of timing and matchups. And as you can tell, it's easy to tell why these two teams are here tonight.
Yeah, they have been outstanding and fun to watch. It's a 1-point game with 30.9 seconds. Inbound to Patton. He lost the handle on it. Taken inside with the right hand. No good. And we've got a whistle and a foul.
Pressure by Manila caused a turnover. Nunley came up with it, and what's he going to do? He's getting to the hole, and he's getting fouled.
These are 2 huge free throws for the senior.
He started 0-3, and he made his last 2, so.
First free throw's nothing but net. Tie ball game, 48-all.
I think Coach Wembley feels pretty good with his number 15 shooting.
He misses the second, gets his own rebound, puts it up, and he's fouled.
That's what seniors do for you right there.
He just followed his shot. The ball went off just right. Everybody blocked down, and there was nobody on that backside to be able to get the rebound.
It looks like Bergman missed the blockout assignment on the shooter.
So now you got 2 more. It's good. Manila's got the lead.
Wow. Those extra possessions, we talked about it all game.
Yeah. Second one's good. Got a 2-point game and a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a full timeout. Whoa, catch your breath a little bit. Yeah,
10 seconds ago, Manila was down, and Bergman had the ball.
Think about this. Both teams have led this game by 7 points, and it's just been back and forth the entire game. And we've got 23 seconds to decide a winner, and it's a 2-point game.
I feel like they need to play an extra quarter.
No, I don't think the coaches would say that. I think both coaches would say.
I've enjoyed enough to have another quarter.
I could totally take another quarter. It has been a lot of fun. And think about this. Bergman's not won a title since 1953. Manila's not won a title since 1962.
You have to dig deep for those titles, right?
Yeah, not only are these basketball communities, but a championship has not come to their respective community in a long, long time.
And they've had some really good teams, both teams in the past 10 years. It's just a matter of getting here. You need some talent, you need some luck.
And I say a championship is not in boys basketball anyways. They've had girls championships, but not in boys basketball. So here's the inbound. Clock's rolling at 20 seconds.
What you don't want from Manila is a cheap foul right here. You want to make them earn it.
Walker Patton gets it over to Bauer. Down to 10 seconds. Schubert off the glass. Tie ball game.
Try to score without setting anything up.
We've got a whistle. On the far side, Manila calls a timeout. Boy, I don't know, Coach. He calls the timeout. And not only he had a good look at it to go get 2 points with 2 seconds left.
He had a one-on-one situation.
You could at least gone up and gotten a foul or tried for it anyways.
I don't know how. Sometimes coaches are different. You want it to play out. You don't want the defense to get set up. In some situations, you feel like you need to run a play. You feel like you got something in your back pocket here that's almost guaranteed a basket.
But the other thing, Coach, is I'm going to look to see if they put any more time on it. But you've only got 2 seconds. It's not a lot of time to really set anything up.
No, not with 2.3 seconds. Kind of like we said at halftime, you get about a dribble per second is what you kind of teach your kids in these last second situations. So It'll be interesting to see. Maybe a screen where he can pin down and maybe throw it in deep, where he can turn and maybe do a Christian Laettner move and score in close.
They did put 0.7 seconds on the clock, so it's 3 seconds even that Manila's going to be able to work with. Bergman's got their original starting 5 on the floor. Fultz, Friend, Bauer, Ponder, Patton.
Looks like Bergman wanted to see how they were going to line up and call a timeout here.
And for Manila, they've got their original starting 5, and Farmer, Kirk, Nunnally, Burrow, and Smith on the floor right now. I mean, Coach, you got 3 seconds, tie ball game. I mean, what are you setting? I'm looking at the three-point numbers. Manila is only 3 of 14 on the day, so you're probably not setting up a three-point shot on this one.
I think you have plenty of time to get something inside the paint and maybe pull up for a jump shot or try to go draw some contact for a free throw. You know, Manila's out of timeout, so they're going to have to definitely get the ball inbound.
The height advantage right now is definitely in favor of Manila.
Looks like they have 23 down there just camping in the lane, so nothing's going to be there, but I'm guessing.
Inbound's going to come. Deep shot. We're headed to overtime. Hey, you asked for extra basketball, Coach, and then your wish is their command.
I did. I really did. Bergman was trying to call a timeout, but I don't think the referee saw it in time. Or
Bo Martin is not happy. He was saying he wanted a timeout, and now the officials are going to go over to the scorer's table.
I think they called into regulation for sure. You know, in a situation like that, and I don't know if Coach Martin did this, but if you get a stop, you always kind of tell the referees we may need a timeout.
Let's take a quick break. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Local broadcast of Arkansas PBS programming is made possible in part by Community Bakery. Scratch-made breads, pastries, cakes, treats, and locally roasted coffees. Served daily at 2 locations in Little Rock, 1200 Main and 270 Shackelford.
Is now in session.
Hey, I'm Rick Steves.
Okay, we're heading to overtime between Manila and Bergman. There's your overtime rules. 4 minutes for each overtime period. Each team gets an additional timeout. Play starts with a jump ball, and that's what we've got right here as Caden Ponder's jumping against Nunnally, and Bergman's going to start things off for this overtime period.
Both teams will be shooting free throws from here on out with any foul. I guess the only kid in foul trouble is Ponder. He just traveled right there.
Shuffled his feet as he was looking for somebody to throw it to, and so Manila is going to have it.
I guess Manila's going to look for 15 or 20. Looks like 23 in there. Is just making sure nothing gets in that paint area, helping off on whoever.
Lost the handle on it. Ball's on the floor. Whistle and a foul, and that's going to send Costner Smith to the free throw line to shoot.
I tell you what, Costner Smith seems to always have his hands around the ball when it's a crucial time in the game, and he comes up with it once again.
Free throw's good. Manila has a 1-point lead.
I feel like these close games, free throws are so important, coming down the line.
Second one's no good. Rebound taken in by Bergman. Right now, Bergman's only been to the line 3 times tonight. They're 3 of 3. Manila's 8 of 13 at the free throw line.
Well, it's different styles, you know. Bergman shooting the 3, and Manila's been a little more aggressive in the paint area, so that's why there's a discrepancy there for sure.
Bauer goes to Friend right side. Back to Bauer. Down to 6 on the shotgun. Patton lost it. Offensive foul. They're going to get Patton with the charge, and so now Manila's going to get the ball back, and I think that what you see right there, he went knee on knee.
Costner Smith once again coming up with a big play. He's their leader in charges, correct? Didn't you say something about
Yeah, Costner Smith came in this game with 61. That's his second one in this game, so he's at 63 on the season.
Every coach loves a Costner Smith on their team.
Yeah, I mean, he only averages 2.8 points per game, and that's okay with the coaching staff over at Manila because they're like, you just keep taking 63 charges a season, you'll be okay by us.
Coach Wimberly really likes him in that middle too, that 1-3 zone, 1-3-1 zone. He says he covers so much ground. He's so smart.
Manila just put Luke Kirk in the game, and ball was almost deflected away. Burrow over to Kirk with the right hand, and got a blocking foul. That's on Patton, and that's his third personal foul.
Good effort by Patton there, but it was definitely a block.
So that'll send to the line Luke Kirk for 2 shots. First one's good.
Connor Smith checking back in. I didn't figure he'd be out too long.
Second one's good as well. It's a 3-point game, 53-50.
3 points, not very hard to come by for this Bergman team.
They get the ball out to Friend. And a whistle and a foul. That's going to go against Rex Farmer.
It's probably not what you wanted.
That's Farmer's first foul, and that'll send Walker Patton to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Checking in the ball game for Manila. That is Sawyer Schubert. He's going to come in for Zion Fultz.
Manila was doing really well in that 1-3-1, causing some problems, and then you foul Bergman's best player.
So he makes the first shot. Knocks down the second. It's a 1-point game.
Looks like Bergman's back in that 1-3-1. Got Ponder up top with a little size. Manila did a good job of handling it. Nunley likes to flash to that high post once he gives it up to that corner right there.
Here's a shot from the left side. That's by Burrow. Back to a 3-point game.
Big bucket by Burrow. Seems like Manila's 1-3-1's really gotten better in this second half. Seems like it's been harder for Bergman to score.
Schubert puts a shot up, but they said the foul was before the shot went off. And so now Schubert's going to go to the free throw line to shoot. It's going to be a 1-and-1.
Good call right here. Big free throws for Bergman with 1:39 left. Down 3. I'm not sure Schubert's even taken a shot whole game.
Hey, he's got 2 points on the day.
Oh, he's 1 for 1, you're right.
And that's probably one of the biggest free throws of his life.
It's a big free throw. Points are hard to come by this game.
2-point game. He sinks them both. Back to a 1-point game.
Bergman putting a little more pressure right here.
At this point, it's all about who gets the stop.
It does. Manila size helps with this zone. They can their bigger guards can sometimes pass over it. See if Nunley flashes to the high post right there. Yep, there he is.
Turns around, knocks it down.
Big shot, nice execution by Manila.
Bauer with the basketball. Back to Walker Patton. Here's a three from Friend. It's no good. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go in the way of Manila as we've got 58 seconds remaining.
Bergman still has time. Just got to get a stop right here. Be careful in this trap area. Good execution, breaking it right there by Manila.
And you don't have to foul. I mean,
no, not with the shot clock.
Yeah.
You can hang out this possession, but you know they're going with Nunley right here to the high post again.
Nunley goes with the right hand. It's off the glass and good. 5-point game.
Bergman's going to have to score quick here.
Walker Patton swings it right side.
It's hard to score quick on this zone.
Finds Friend for three. No good. And we've got a whistle, a foul against Bergman.
I think that's Ponder's fifth right there. I think Manila can feel it a little bit. With 15 seconds left.
5-point game, and they're going to send to the free throw line Rex Farmer. Farmer on the day has not been to the free throw line. He's got 6 points. He's a 69.5% free throw shooter, and he misses the first.
Manila's in pretty good shape here. You know, you don't want to give up a three or a foul to stop the clock.
Second one's down. We've got a 6-point game and a timeout on the floor. I mean, Bergman's a really good three-point shooting team, but as you've said, going against that zone's tough.
It's hard to get a quick shot off against that zone, especially a three. They're so long and athletic, it's just hard. It's just hard to get off a quick shot. You know, you almost just have to try to beat it with a dribble this time and score quick or kick it out for the three. With this much time left, you have to start shooting threes. There's not much time to get a quick two.
Well, you've got 15.2 seconds left. We're in overtime where Manila leads Bergman 60-54. I mean, if you're Bergman, you got to go the length of the floor for one. Do you put it in the hands of Walker Patton or do you go with Dylan Friend?
I think you almost put it in the hands of somebody else to kind of create and see if those other ones. But, you know, Patton's one that can come off the screen and score it with the hands and, you know, with the ball in his hands. I'm not so sure. I think Manila's going to stay with that 1-3-1 just to slow him down. Three-quarter court. I think I would almost, if I'm this back guy on this back zone, just find out where 11 is and don't leave him. Give up a two if you have to.
Walker Patton finds Friend. He'll pull up for three. Sinks it! Oh, he sinks it with 6.6 seconds left. We got a 3-point game.
Zone or no zone, you have to know where number 11 is. You have to know where he is.
And at first I was wondering, I'm like, what's Walker Patton doing? He goes all the way to the corner and then cuts it back and finds Friend. And so you've got a 3-point game. So now the question is, if you're Bergman, you're going to play up on the defense to not allow for them. Do you foul immediately to send them to the line?
You have to foul immediately for two reasons. You don't have enough time, and the possession arrow right now is to Manila. You know, if it was your possession, you could tell the ref, say, hey, look, we're not trying to foul. We're going to get this quick jump ball, but the possession's Manila. So I think you have to foul quick right here. I don't think there's enough time to try even get a trap or a steal. You know, those guards from Manila are so big and strong, they can keep that ball away from them with this amount of time left.
So I was watching Coach Wimberly. When the possession started, he wanted his guys to play a little bit of defense and then just get back. And he was running with them down the sideline.
Yeah, he was just putting that token pressure just to try to run some of that clock for sure.
Okay, 6.6. Inbounding it for Manila is going to be Nunley. They get it in to Nunley. They'll get him fouled, and so with 4.6 seconds.
You know, you almost feel like you just need to hit one of these, right?
Yeah.
And Bergman still has a timeout, though, but if if you hit one, you can almost feel like it's going to take 4 seconds to go the length of 4. Just kind of let them go.
So checking in for Bergman is going to be Braden Olson. At the line, you've got Nunnally, who is 5 of 9 from the free throw line. He misses the first.
Makes it a little interesting here.
The biggest free throw of his career is right here. He hits the second. Here comes Walker Patton. He misses the long-range shot, and it's over. Manila, for the first time since 1962, they are your Class 3A state champions.
What a game. Kind of hate to see it. Hate to see it for Bergman as well as they played tonight, but you got to tip your hat to Manila, stuck with it. Down 7 in the second half to fight to overtime and hit big shots and finish them off here in the last 4 minutes.
What a game, though. I mean, you had just about everything you could possibly want in a basketball game in that game.
You did. You had playmakers making plays.
Okay, let's take a break, and we will come back with a trophy presentation as you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships in Arkansas PBS Sports.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Centennial Bank is committed to you. Since our founding in 1999, we've become one of the nation's most trusted banks by remembering that you come first, by empowering our communities to reach their highest potential through our dedication to local charities, education, and exceptional service, because we are proud to call Arkansas home. Banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Stream the best of PBS on any device with the PBS Video app. All your favorite drama, history, science, news, and documentaries, all in one place. Watch your PBS station live or catch up on the shows you missed. Support your PBS station and you can get Passport, giving you full seasons, early releases, special collections, and more.
Download the PBS Video app or watch online.
Can you see her greatness? When you attend her games, when you cheer her on, or when you participate in any way, you support your community and make it better, and you will see her greatness. Join us as we pledge to increase the visibility of women's sports in our communities. It makes a difference when we all are involved. At Everett Buick GMC, we proudly support our local female athletes and encourage you to do the same. See her greatness.
Thanks, George. Appreciate it. At Big Red Stores, we're always proud to sponsor, support, and partner up with many events and activities throughout the community. Among them, high school championships throughout the state of Arkansas. At Big Red Stores, our team members are always ready to assist you to make your visit with us a pleasant one. And at Big Red Stores, we recognize that none of our support or ability to serve the community is possible without you. That's why at Big Red Stores, you're always the MVP of the Big Red team. Big Red Stores, now more convenient than ever.
Hi, I'm Jay Schwanke, the host of Life in Bloom. I want to thank viewers like you who make Create possible. Your gift goes a long way in keeping public television channels, including Create, on the air.
Nailed it.
Perfect. And if you're not a member, please consider supporting your local public television station today.
That's it?
That's it.
Easy. Easy peasy.
Thanks for watching.
They win the 3A state championship. Manila, they win it 61-57. And now we are joined by the head coach himself, Lee Wimberly. And Coach, I tell you what, we were just talking. You had just about everything possible in a basketball game in this one right here.
Everything. I mean, we saved the best for last?
Yeah.
Can we say that?
You can say that.
I mean, unbelievable. They come out, they hit those 5 threes in the first half. We couldn't buy one. I think we ended up hitting 3.
Yeah.
3 total. I can't find it. 3. And that's not like us.
Yeah.
I mean, and then Burrow just he had 2 at halftime. And I said, you're going to get your points. And he just looked at me and literally looked me dead in the eye and he went, I'm good. And I said, okay. And we call him Ice because he never changes. If he's hitting, doesn't matter to him. Nunley was a freaking stud tonight. He was an animal in there. We got in the ball a lot. In this situation, they let them play all on both ends. And if you do, I mean, if refs do that on both ends, you can't complain about it. You take what you can, and you know. Oh, I got to catch my breath, man. That's unbelievable.
We were talking about it. It's been 1962 was the last time a title came you guys' way.
61 years.
I mean, leading up to this game, were you kind of thinking about that? Do you let that creep in?
Yeah, I had I tried not to.
Yeah.
I had a guy come they had a little parade for us as we were leaving, and I had a guy come to me, and he's my manager's grandpa. Shook my hand, and he said, I just want you to know that I was sitting on the bleachers in Barton Coliseum in 1962, and I got to watch that. I'd really like to see another one before I die. And I was like, oh, no pressure. No pressure. We got you. So
we've come a long way since 1962.
Yes, we have.
You gave him everything that he could possibly get.
He couldn't have asked for a better game than that.
Before we let you go, you talked about Burrow, Nunley, those two guys. When Burrow got hot there in the second half, it really seemed like Nunley got even better once he got going.
They feed off each other. They have all year long. That's what I was telling him last night when we were talking. And the thing is, I've got 3 or 4 other players that could get points, but they will pull themselves back because they know what they can do with it. And when you get kids like that are selfless and just want to win, we were talking about it, that is what's so fun to coach. When you get kids like that buy into what they're doing and what their role is, then you can win. I mean, you can win just about anything.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
you.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks, man.
That is Lee Wimberly as Manila. They get it done in overtime, 61-57. And, Coach, that was – you've been in those situations where you win a state championship, but that was a lot of fun.
It was. It was definitely a good game to watch.
There's our final stats of this one as we've got our – MVP here at the table, but real quick before we get to him, 46%, 43%. That's a heck of a shooting night.
It is, especially with good defensive teams. It was a performance, an offensive performance, play after play after play, and this young man right here made some big ones.
Braden Nunley now joining us, and Braden, we were just talking to your coach. You seemed like you really got, in a groove when Burrow got going.
Oh yeah, we kind of corresponded like that all year. From the very start, whenever he's not hitting, I'm hitting. Whenever he's hitting and I'm not hitting, we kind of just work it out, and eventually we'll get on sync throughout the game.
How big was that half-court shot at halftime, the momentum going into the locker room? What were you guys talking about at the half?
Well, we honestly all started going crazy, and Coach had to calm us down because we was all freaking out, but it was a huge momentum shift because he hit that, and it was just like, we got this. We're rolling now, so.
You guys kept going in different defensive looks, and you really slowed them down when you went into that zone. They were hitting threes like crazy in the first half. When you went to that zone, did you guys feel a little bit more comfortable slowing down their three-point attack?
Yeah. The 1-through-1's been good to us all year when it comes to that kind of stuff, and sometimes we do got to change looks up because teams like this, they can shoot just crazy. They'll shoot you out of the zone. And then, we have to change it up. We went triangle and 2 for a couple possessions. We went to our 2-3 a little bit. We just had to change it up, never give them the same look when they're.
Last question before we let you go. How hard was your heart beating on those free throws there at the end of the game?
I'm going to be honest, it was beating pretty hard. I was kind of nervous. I was a little nervous.
Well, hey, brother, congratulations. Go celebrate with your team.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate you. That
Congratulations.
is Braden Nunley, our tournament MVP for this one. And, Coach, Coach Wimberly said it, saved the best for last, and it was a fun one in this one. Final thoughts?
It did not disappoint at all. I mean, all players for both teams really came to play. It's disappointing one team has to lose, but, somebody has to win. And, Manila earned it there in that overtime period for sure.
Here's your final highlights of the ball game. And, like we talked about, it was Bergman's three-point shooting early on. But, boy, they after that, it was, they got that rolling. Then you got lots of looks in the paint by Manila. A lot of these highlights that you're seeing right now were all from the first half when Bergman was they were on fire there in the first half shooting from three. But there's the half-court shot that really kind of just changed the whole momentum of the ball game.
It did. It really did. There were so many shots that did that. It was impressive that Manila stuck with that 1-3-1, even though when Bergman came out and hit some threes, they stuck with what got them here, and it paid off. It took some time off the clock and made possessions hard, and Burrow and Nunley definitely had a great second half to finish them off.
Well, it was a fun weekend of basketball, but you know what? Championships aren't over. They're coming up again here in May 18th, 19th, and 20th. It's the high school baseball and softball championships. We're going to be up in Conway this year as we'll be doing those championships. So if you enjoy all the championship action, make sure you tune in to the baseball and softball championships in May. Boy, it has been a fun weekend. There was an entire crew of folks that helped make this weekend. All the folks at Arkansas PBS, that they work endless days and nights to be able to bring this to you, and we've got a whole crew of camera folks, but most of all, we want to say thank you to you for watching this ball game. Your final in the 3A basketball game, 61-57 in overtime for the coach Micah Marsh. I'm R.J. Hawk. You've been watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.